Hello, friends, and welcome back to Back in Time. Viewers, this story is so strange that even I couldn't believe it when I read it, that such a thing could also happen. A story from a Japanese TV show that contains something so astonishing that it will leave you amazed. Friends, Japan is quite famous for its unique TV shows. These TV shows are creative and extremely diverse in nature, but 20 years ago, a TV show started in Japan that had no limits whatsoever. The name of this show was Sasuke Ninja Warrior. This show aired on Japan's Nippon TV network from 1999 to 2002. It was a reality-based show in which contestants had to survive. During the show, they also faced intense torture. But then something happened in this show that shocked everyone, my friends. Tomoaki Hamatsu, a comedian from Japan known as Tomoaki Hamatsu, was also a part of this show's season. The same person took part in the show and was locked in an apartment. This apartment was only 8 feet long and 6 feet wide. He didn't have any food here. The apartment was cramped everywhere. There were bus magazines. In these magazines, there were some puzzles and games that could lead to winning cash prizes. Souvi used to solve these games and puzzles and then had to send them to the offices of these magazines to win prizes. He also received food, didn't he? Towards the end, Souvi needed to win 10 lakh rupees or more to keep the show going, my friends. Cameras were always on Souvi, recording every second of his movements. Here are some details for you. What I'm about to tell you might surprise you. Just like Souvi was deprived of clothes throughout the entire show, it was actually censored. Whenever he cried, they would add funny music in the background. When he screamed, they would play music there as well to make a kind of mockery. This person remained alone in the same apartment in the same condition for a year. Many times he would go hungry for 3 consecutive days. He couldn't win rewards from the magazines, so to make fun of him, they even fed him dog food. But my friends, there's another thing that will shock you. Souvi was told that this was just a recording and later the entire footage would be edited and shown on TV. But this was a lie. You won't believe that in reality, the 24-hour footage of this person was being shown live on the internet. They used to laugh at him, make fun of him. His life had become a joke. But he didn't even know that millions of people were watching him all the time. A full episode of this show used to be aired on Sundays on Nippon TV network as well. My friends, in Japan, this show had broken all records. Almost 2 crore people used to watch this show on TV every week, and this person became famous. He had no idea. During this time, his eyes were blindfolded, and he was shifted to another apartment. Friends, Souvi endured this intense torture for a year, surviving in that apartment. And finally, after a year, he won 10 lakh Japanese yen from the magazine. But the story doesn't end here. After that, he was sent to South Korea. There he experienced luxury for a day, but then he was locked in another apartment again, and here, with him. Then the same game started again, but this time he won so much money that he could buy a ticket and return to Japan. However, Souvi had gained an experience from this game by now. Friends, in just a few weeks, he won enough money to buy the airplane tickets. However, the producers of the show said that he needed to buy first-class tickets. The ratings of this show were very high, and they didn't want the show to end just like that. He managed to win first-class tickets within a few weeks. Friends, he was brought back to Japan against his will. But he was again placed in another apartment. However, here, suddenly, the walls of this apartment broke. And Souvi's excitement remained because there was a huge crowd in front of him. Friends. Then he realized that for the past 1.5 years, this man's life had become a joke. In 1.5 years, the torture he endured. He has given his all to Japan. This man had lost a lot of weight, both physically and mentally. He wasn't in a good mental state. For 1.5 years, he hadn't even properly spoken to another person, so he was having trouble speaking as well. I didn't ask for forgiveness from him. I wanted to say that he was living in hell. He would die. But then, he won't do it. After so much torture, Souvi had become quite famous in Japan. This person still does standard comedy today, but he's famous for the reason that he participated in the worst reality show in history. Japan's government later cracked down on the show and shut it down. Friends, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next amazing video. Goodbye and take care.